Anchor's up, sails at full. Welcome to the Sloopcast. How you doing today, Kyle?
Doing all right, Jared. Doing all right. How are you doing?
We've been waiting for this for such a long time. It's finally here. It has finally happened. I mean, how long have we been waiting now, Kyle?
7 months.
Oh no, it's been longer. No, what are you talking about? Taylor Swift got engaged.
Who?
Don't who Taylor Swift. No one is that out of touch. Of course I'm talking about football. By the way, new tradition, good tradition. And there we go. Get that going.
Lots to get into. New season. New season, changing it up here. So we are going to do one episode here of Sloop Picks, of Chaos Theory, and yeah, we're gonna talk a lot about the collegiate national scope here, and yeah, we'll get right into it here. So typically right now, Jared, no change for next week, would be updating our tier list. So those that are new, welcome. Starting week 2, we will be doing a tier list. Well, I guess Jared's got the preseason, or was this last season?
This is we a few weeks ago did like a top 25 episode where we made our own top 25s. I kind of just took what we did and turned it into a tier list. We did it was hyped or hushed. We did a few weeks ago. I turned that tier list I turned that top 25 into this tier list.
Mm-hmm.
So real quick, and I mean real quick because we're doing 2 episodes in one here. Are any changes you want to make right off the top? Do you want to move anyone up? Do you want to move anyone down?
Florida State hasn't played yet and lost week 1, so they stay where they're at.
Good job, Florida State.
So, no changes. No changes.
Okay. Our only real rule is that we have to have 12 collectively in S and A. We can have as many in S as we want, as long as the combined total is 12. You're good on this?
I'm good.
No, you don't want to move Penn State. You don't want to move Notre Dame, Georgia. You're good.
I mean, you could convince me of maybe swapping out.
We don't have
Penn
to swap
State and
out
Oregon. Penn State and Oregon.
Oh, I'm not going to let you move Oregon down. I think they are in fact a favorite to win it all. But once again, we don't have to have 4 in the S tier. We can just move Penn State up if you want.
All right, fine. Yeah, we can move Penn State up then.
All right, moving Penn State.
I'm good with that.
We now have 5 favorites to win it all.
Look at all those Big Ten / Midwest teams there.
Yes. 3 Big Ten teams, 1 future Big Ten team. Look at all that. All right. So, tier list officially updated. Now, that segment of the show, obviously in the future, is going to take a lot more time. We'll be reacting to a week's worth of games, but here we are now for that. Since this recording has started, James Franklin has punted on 3 and 4. Yeah. Okay, this is where we would see our Sloop Picks records. However, once again, it is week 1. So all we're really seeing here is that Ohio State is playing Texas, and that our guest picker this week is the one and only Buckeye Esquire, who will be picking along with us this week. Esquire's down in the chat, aren't you, Esquire? Oh, there he is. Immediately got knocked out of the window by Spikes, though.
Good job, Spikes.
So our records will go on there next week. Now, on to the important part. Now, Kyle, we're not going to break down Ohio State versus Texas in this show. We will do that in Know Your Enemy, which will be our next episode. But real quick, I'm not asking who's going to win the game. I'm not asking for any in-depth coverage.
All right.
I do, however, want to know who is your pick. Against the spread, it's Ohio State minus 2.5.
2.5. Pretty much a pick'em game.
At
on
noon
a neutral
in the Horseshoe.
site. At noon in the Horseshoe, because the Texas 80 doesn't want to move it to a Sunday night game. Doesn't want to play
Allegedly
at night in the Horseshoe. Allegedly, of course. But I do have Texas covering.
Kyle going with Texas. Now, Kyle, this is normally the point in time where I would make fun of you for picking not Ohio State, but I will also be picking Texas minus 2.5. Who does Esquire have?
Esquire, again, we'll read exactly why he picked this, but he has Ohio State covering.
All right, Esquire will go with Ohio State. All right, let's move on to
Sun card. It is Ohio State favored by 2.5.
Yeah, so Ohio State minus 2.5, which means they're favored. All right. Jared said minus 2.5 for Texas. If I said that, I apologize. That is not the case. If I said that. I've been podcasting for too long to say I didn't say that. But I'm pretty sure I didn't. But maybe I did. But I'm pretty sure I didn't. Okay.
Let's do a couple real quick here. So yeah. We'll start off with the Battle of the Oranges. Syracuse.
Sure.
And Tennessee. Another nooner game. Tennessee with a 14.5 point favorite per the CBS Pick'em line.
Yeah, which is powered by MGM, I believe. You want me to go first this time?
Yeah,
I'll go first this time.
Let Jared go first here. Yeah, how bad is Syracuse?
How bad is Syracuse? Here's the thing: I don't love Tennessee this year, especially after. Not that I love Nico, but that whole thing happened. It's got to be a morale shot to the team. Unexpectedly losing your quarterback, especially in the fashion in which they did. While I do expect Tennessee to still win this game, I'm going to take those 14.5 points and run away with them.
All right. I still think Tennessee is very talented. I think they are very good on the defensive side. I just don't see Syracuse putting up many points against Tennessee here. Low scoring game, I believe, but I got Tennessee to cover.
All right. How about Esquire?
Esquire here. Exact same thing that I thought. The orangest matchup of the season. Pure vibes. He has Volunteers by 17. So that is a cover for Esquire.
Okay. Next up
here we have Florida State and Alabama. This is in Tallahassee, yes. So Alabama is not playing at a neutral site in week 1. They're actually going on the road here in week 1 to Tallahassee.
We know why that is. Saban's gone.
Alabama is a 13.5 point favorite. Unless things have drastically changed over at Tallahassee, Jared.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any faith in the Seminoles right now.
Sure.
Alabama, better than last year. I think they're going to be nasty defensively this year. Nasty. So I will take the points for Alabama. I think they will cruise in the victory here.
They'd be a lot nastier if they still had Caleb Downs, but whatever. Here's the thing. You say, well, unless things change at Florida State, a lot of things changed at Florida State. They were one of the most aggressive teams in the transfer portal. They got a quarterback who, did incredibly well at a lower level. We'll see what happens at a higher level, of course. Not everyone makes that transition. How's their O-line? Again, they pursued the portal a lot. Like, we'll see. Like, Florida State's a big question mark. What's not a question mark to me, however, is the fact that Nick Saban is still not the head coach of Alabama. This is a crucial year for Alabama, minus, we're now going into, this is now season 3. Is that correct? Season 2. Yes, that's right. Season 2 without Nick Saban, you can carry over a lot of that Nick Saban energy. I don't know. I'm just a little pessimistic on Bama right now. Florida State brought in a bunch of new talent. I'm just going to take the points here. I don't think Florida State gets the upset, although maybe I do, but I don't think that they do. Give me Florida State to cover, not to win, but to cover.
Fair enough. All right, before an Esquire has here, would love to pick an upset just to see Feinbaum's head explode. I think everybody in America would love to see that. But it's Florida State. Bama wins by 23, and the Tide rolls to a comfortable cover.
I have been all by myself 2 out of 3 picks. Just pointing that out.
You have been.
Just pointing that out.
Mm-hmm. All right. We'll go ahead and take our first ad break real quick here, Jared.
Okay.
And then we'll get back to our last picks here. So, again, we are the Buckeye Sloopcast. You can find us, all of our lovely links over at thesloopcast.com. There you can find our Discord page, discord.thesloopcast.com, our YouTube page, our Patreon page, if you want to help support Jared and I financially, or if you want to go over to the merch store, help us out that way. A lot of great different shirts over at merch.thesloopcast.com, as well as 7071 if you want something other than podcast merchandise. And you can find this and much, much more over at thesloopcast.com. So we'll go ahead and take a quick ad break and be right back.
All right. A few more games to go here, Kyle. Who do we got next?
I was just trying to come up with something clever here.
Too bad.
Clemson kind of wears purple sometimes. I don't know.
Yeah.
Clemson and LSU.
No, absolutely. They are orange and purple, and I have said this before and I will say it again, is one of the worst color combinations in all of sports.
It is.
It's actually hideous. It's actually really bad.
Clemson and LSU, the second biggest matchup of the weekend here. Going into this game, is this actually? I'm just verifying. It is in Clemson, South Carolina. So surprised we got 2 SEC teams actually on the road in week 1 here. What's going on in the SEC country here?
Well, I'll tell you
Clemson,
what, now that they're doing 9 conference games, just don't get used to it.
Yeah. Clemson is a 4.5 point favorite. It is a 7:30 kickoff on ABC. All right, Jared, you lead us off with this one. Who do you got with Clemson with a 4.5 point favorite?
I don't like either of these teams. I think both of these teams have a lot of unfounded hype. So honestly, screw it. Give me the underdogs. That's my take here.
Yeah,
I hate the Nashville Thrashers uniform. I don't know if I can picture the Nashville Thrashers off the top of my head, to be honest with you, Suncard.
I was going back and forth with this one a lot, Jared.
Yeah.
4.5. I almost have to take the home team in this one here. I think it would definitely be really close here. So I'm just going to pick up who I think is going to win. So I'll pick Clemson in this one.
Interesting. What about Mr. Esquire?
Mr. Esquire says this is the biggest game of the weekend. Huh? If you're from the South and have Lyme disease.
Okay.
All right. But still a banger. Both teams good, but one team has Brian Kelly. And Clemson by a field goal. So LSU loses but covers.
LSU loses.
That is a point that one team does have Brian Kelly. That is a fact.
Yeah, these are facts. I don't know what to tell you. Next game.
All right. Next game, we have UCLA and Utah.
Guys, do not act like it's not week 1, and don't act like you're going to bed early. This one kicks off at 11 p.m. It's a long weekend. All right?
Pac-12 after dark, right?
Sure. This game will be drunk, and so will I.
Yes. Old Pac after dark, yes. UCLA in LA is a underdog. Utah is a 6.5 point favorite on the road in LA.
Yeah.
It is my pick here. I don't trust anything with UCLA. So fair. I will, again, they're just all of this gut feeling. We just don't know who these teams really are. Just, you have to read up on previews and kind of what you think is going to happen. And I think this UCLA team is not good. So I agree. I will pick the original U.
Yeah.
The Utes to cover this one.
Everything you said, Kyle, is correct. I would, however, like to point out one thing that you forgot to point out. Utah is also terrible.
They are, yes.
I don't expect anything from either of these teams this year.
But that's terrible.
Maybe.
UCLA does have Nico. That is true.
Uh-huh. This is true. So here's what I'm going to do. Utah will also have those filthy Rose Bowl helmets. We'll always have those filthy Rose. You edited it. I like my week 1 underdogs, quite frankly. I think that we all think we know what's going to happen. It's a terrible X. I think we all think we know what's going to happen. And then when it turns out we don't know jack shit about anything. That's why I like my week 1 underdogs. The Nashville Predators are terrible looking, Sun Card. I will give you that. But that's a different thing for a different day. Yeah, I like my week 1 underdog. It's gonna be UCLA.
All right. And Esquire here says, to quote a former law school roommate, F Utes, Utah by a touchdown. Bonus prediction, somehow Nico avoids getting his helmet cracked this time.
Heyo.
All right. Next up here, we have South Carolina and Virginia Tech. Sunday kickoff.
Yes.
No NFL game yet. No NFL regular season games. So college football is going to try to take over Sunday here. So 3:00 kickoff. It is neutral site in Atlanta. And the Gamecocks are a 7.5 point favorite.
Is it me?
It's me. It is Jared's turn.
Virginia Tech might be on to something this year. And there's a lot of South Carolina hype that I think is undeserved. I think there's a lot of hype surrounding their quarterback, which feels undeserved. I'm not saying Virginia Tech wins it. I am saying I like them to cover.
Okay.
Give me the Turkeys.
Give you the Turkeys. All right. We saw how good South Carolina started to be last year. They really came on towards the end of last year. I think they're going to build off of that, and I think they're going to win by 2 scores here. I think South Carolina is just they'll handle this easily. They'll win by like 13 plus points here. So I will take the Gamecocks to cover the 7.5 points.
Someone said Virginia Tech is using Metallica music this year. Yeah, and then Esquire says, I think they've always done Enter Sandman. They've always done Enter Sandman. Are they just expanding the Metallica thing this year into more aspects of the perhaps? But yeah, they've been entering using Enter Sandman for a long. I know it's part of the joke. Boo.
All right, Esquire here says, in a battle of strange birds.
Yeah.
The Murder Roosters will vanquish the Cartoon Turkeys by 10 plus. The Cocks stand tall and get the cover at home. There it is, Jared.
Keep it covered.
There it is.
Keep that Gamecock covered.
All right, and last one here, Jared. We have Notre Dame and Miami, the original Catholics versus what do they call it? The Catholics versus convicts game here. It is down in Miami, Sunday night, 7:30 kickoff. And Notre Dame starting off the season as a 2.5 point favorite over the Hurricanes. I believe it is my pick here. I got to go with the stronger defense here. Both teams coming in with new quarterbacks, but I think I just like the coaching staff. I like the defense of Notre Dame much more than I do with Miami. I think this will be a really good game. I think it'll be a really entertaining game to watch. I think Jared and I will maybe have this off to the side. I'll have my phone here just kind of off to the side, maybe have the game on there to watch as we record it Sunday night. But I got the Irish. I got the Irish to cover here, Jared.
Kyle, I have in every single game we have picked thus far, picked the underdog.
You going to keep with it?
I am not.
All right.
Give me the Golden Domers.
All right. And Esquire has here, he says, if a 40-year-old douchebag with gelled hair squeezed into a medium-sized polo shirt, drinking a gin and tonic was a football game, Notre Dame wins and covers, I guess.
Okay.
You're going to have to explain that. You're going to have to explain that one, Esquire.
but not right now.
But the first one of all of the picks here, we all picked the same team. So that means, Jared, that we're going to lose it.
Yeah, we're going to lose that. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, as is tradition.
As is tradition, yeah. All right. With the few minutes we have left, we do have a special pick here. It is our Chaos Theory.
You want to do an ad break first, and then we'll come back and do Chaos Theory?
No, we'll just go straight. We'll go straight through this here. Chaos Theory.
Kyle said this ad breaks on me. Kyle says I got it.
We're going straight to Chaos Theory here. So we find a game. We find a game on the schedule here where we think a ranked opponent. Again, preseason rankings are bullshit, but we have to deal with what we got here. Ranked team losing to an unranked team. And we find one that we think may happen. I think last year, the first few weeks, there was none. Absolutely none that happened.
There were a few, where there just literally weren't any to pick, if that's what you mean. It's not that we were getting it wrong. It's that there were none right to pick for a while. Because this is where I have my cursor, Kyle. Let's give Esquire first shot at this.
That's right. Week 0. Yeah. Fair Sun Card. Week 0. Yes. Week 0 had Florida State. But that was week 0.
But we didn't pick week 0. We didn't pick week 0 this year. We're not picking week 0 this year.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's start off with Esquire.
Yes.
Let's start off with Esquire. So he has Virginia Tech beating South Carolina. He says, I didn't pick this for the slip picks, but we'll call this a hedging my bets. What if Lenore Sellers just doesn't have it week 1? What if the Cox have a little dysfunction? I do not respect the SEC, and it would be deeply funny for the Hokies to take this one on opening weekend. Paul.
All right, Kyle. What is that worth? What's the value?
What is that value? Got to scroll down. So that is ranked 13. That is 12 points.
That is 12.
Points. So we give points based on pretty much 25 ranked minus whatever they're ranked then. So it would be 12 point. It would be 12 points. Yes.
Hey, why can't I edit this? That's why. All right. 12 points.
While Jared's figuring that out.
It's good. We're good. Go for it.
All right. I got mine worth 11 points here, Jared. Worth 11 points.
All right.
Starting a new freshman quarterback. It is a 7:30 kickoff on the Peacock channel.
All right.
And just because I really don't think there's any I don't think there's going to be any upsets in terms of ranked teams losing to unranked teams, but I'm just going to pick it. I'm going to pick the Lobos upsetting the Wolverines in week 1. Just because.
Is it New Mexico?
That is New Mexico. That is New Mexico. New Mexico.
Just New Mexico, not New Mexico State, correct?
Just New Mexico.
Okay. You're really testing me on the Lobos.
All right, who do you got, Jared?
I was between 2 games. I told Kyle this before we started. Since Esquire picked one of the 2, I will go ahead and go with the other one, just to not be accused of cheating. Like I was accused of cheating a lot last year for some reason.
Yep.
I don't know why. And as Farmers for Stover down in the chat points out, a Florida State win outright because I'd be so happy. Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree with you. Give me Florida State.
The Seminoles. All right.
Cal, can you
Which
do that math for
is the math, Jared? You can't do that math?
Not while I'm simultaneously photoshopping. No, I can't.
I'm just verifying what they're ranked real quick. It is, wow. Where the heck is
Alabama?
There we go. 8.
Is 8.
8. That is 17 points.
17 points.
Yeah. All right. And that is our episode, Jared.
That's Collegiate Chaos. That's the Sloop Picks. That is Chaos Theory. That's me hitting save on that Photoshop file. We're good.
We are good. Yeah. Awesome. Any last words before we kick it off?
Just this. This is just for the YouTube viewers.
Yep. Our not Brutus on there. It's got you covered.
Legally not Brutus. His name is Legally Not Brutus. Yeah, that's it. Do you have anything in Kyle's corner?
Nope. We'll just end it right there.
All right. Tonight's ending music will be brought to you by the New Bomb Turks. So with all that being said, I'd like to encourage everyone to drink local beer, listen to local music, and of course support local podcasters. Once again, these are the New Bomb Turks.